before we went live, we were talking some fun sports stories, and slasher sports is that's our other half. The other half of the slasher is the sports, and you're from Boston, or at least in Boston, and you have been for a very long time. So I mean, a storied sports city.
It is, and
Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox. Is there a more, I guess, a more valued set of teams in one city? I don't know.
We've done, you look at all the cities seem to be pulling it out lately, but we definitely have been lucky to have some great sports teams, and it is just definitely fun to be a Boston fan of any sport. Even our Revolution soccer team is fun to watch. I've been getting into arena football lately too. I've been doing camera work on some of the games for the Massachusetts Pirates, and I love it. It is a fun little sport. If you can check it out. I think we play the Nashville team. I'm trying to think of the team, but they have teams coming from all over the states.
Do we still have a team? The Nashville Cats? I don't even know if they're still a team.
I'm trying to think. Maybe it was last year, but boy, it's a fun little sport. We get a nice little crowd, and the play is fast. And that's been my thing lately. I get to watch it on our sports network. 4 or 5 days later, because they'll rebroadcast. I can see all my mistakes.
It's fast paced. I mean, you've got the smaller field. It looks like they'll throw the ball a mile, and it's like a 40-yard pass.
It's crazy. Slamming into the walls, and we had this one guy literally dive over the wall, landing full flat on the cement of the floor. I mean, it was a heavy hit. I don't know how he got up, but he did.
It's not for me.
It's
cement. Cement's not for me.
No, the floor itself is pretty nice. It's a thick pad, so when you walk on it, it's kind of spongy. But they dive. They'll dive for the catch, and it's great. And then any of the fans, the ball goes into the stands. Guess what? It's your ball.
It is. That's the really cool thing about it, man. It's like it's a different atmosphere. It's almost like a hockey atmosphere at a football game.
They got cheerleaders, live bands. They have all kinds of, like, we were the Masked Pirates. So everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of groups will dress up as pirates, and it's fun. I like it. But we were talking about. Go ahead.
You had some funny stories, man. I had the Boston Celtics in mind because they're in the East Coast Finals, or the Eastern Conference Finals right now, about to get bounced if they're not lucky. And I'm just trying to hold on to some semblance of positivity with them. And they're letting me down once again in the Eastern Conference Finals. But man, I love that team. But the team that I really loved was back in the late '80s, and you got to spend a little time in their locker room.
I did. We had back in the '80s, I worked for a cable company, and my job was to create programming. So whatever and it was basically whatever I wanted to do, whatever interested me. So, I would do programs on skiing. I would do programs on the beaches of New England. I would do this magazine show where I could basically cover anything. So I wanted to go spend some time in a hot tub. I did a little story about a hot tub guy. He would toss me some freebies, but this particular one, I think it was actually during the '86 back-to-back. They won in '85, right? There was a great team. It was in '80. I believe it was '86. Larry Bird, McHale. I'm in the locker room. We're doing my story. I got tickets to go, shoot a story for my local channel. So I got an interview with Casey Jones, and ran around the whole Boston Garden shooting different things. But at the end of the game, went into the locker room. I'm going to grab some player reactions and stuff. I'm in there, and first time ever in a professional locker room, and everybody is literally walking around naked. I was shocked. I mean, I have never really been in a locker room. So I'm holding my camera. I got Parish over here. He's just sort of sitting there and hanging there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, female newscasters running around. I'm like, how did they, Danny Ainge comes out of the shower, struts right by. I had I don't know if I still had the footage of it, because he broke the shot of the interview with Larry Bird. And I just couldn't get over how they didn't care. And I guess that was how it is, after every game, you want to get out, if it requires taking a shower, then you do that, this is my place. I guess this is our house. So I'm going to do what I want. But I was shocked. I was, because.
Well, if you were hanging there like Parish, I mean, wouldn't you want to walk around a little bit just to give people the idea?